your mother's a little bit crazy, he tells me. He goes, next thing you know, he goes, I'm afraid I'm going to be thrown out, he tells me.
Oh my God, you're actually speaking to him. My mom has dementia right now.
Telling you right now, listen to the medium, all right? This is how I have a career. Please know that, first of all, he's stepping forward because right away he keeps telling me, I can breathe, I can breathe, I can breathe, he's telling me. And what's tough is this, is first of all, when I'm connecting with his soul, he shows me that even though this was your stepfather, he was like your dad when I'm connecting. He shows me, Matt, he goes, I treated her as though she was my daughter with blood, he tells me. And he said to me, Matt, he goes, I did more for her than my own family, he tells me. He says, Matt, I want her to know that here in this world, he says, she was my one and only. And he tells me that he wants to thank you for the way that you accepted him and the way that you let him into your life. Because he shows me, you know, most people don't have a bond like you and him did. Like, it's almost like, I don't want to say it, but I got to tell you what he's showing me. He's showing me on the other side, like, it's like you preferred him over your real dad.
I did.
And he shows me, Matt, he goes, for that reason, I watch over her every day in heaven, he tells me.
Shut up.
But he tells me this. He tells me one of the hardest things was this man, from the time he came into your life, okay, he always struggled with his health, he shows me. He shows me, Matt, he goes, I almost died on many occasions, he shows me. He shows me him like having to go to the hospital. He used to get these infections. Like, he showed me these weird infections that would come over him. And do you know, did he used to do manual labor back in the day?
He was an electrician and he did a lot of manual labor up until he got to that point of being an electrician.
No wonder why. Because he said to me, Matt, he goes, I work like a dog, he's telling me. And he showed me like, I don't know what the hell, like, this isn't just like an electrician that went and like put an outlet in. Because he shows me, it looks like he's like crawling underground. Like, he used to go like a work and do some underground shit when I'm connected with him. And he shows me him all black. And he shows me him having to lift shit. And I'm like, what the hell did you do? Like, I don't even know what electrician would do that. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And he shows me like he put his body through hell here in this world.
He did.
And he says, Matt, he goes, I paid for it later on. He says, later on, he goes, I had issues all in different parts of my body. So he tells me this. He says, Matt, he goes, what I want her to know is that I fought as hard as I could. This man did not want to die. He shows me he fought and he fought and he fought and he fought and he fought. He says, but at the end of my life, he says, when I took my final breaths, he says, I knew at that moment that it was time. He said, because I didn't want to live life this way anymore. He's telling me that. So know that the thing is this, and wait a minute, was he cremated here in this world?
Yeah.
There's an issue. Did you not pick up his ashes, or you don't want to get his ashes?
No, we have his ashes. We spread some of them and we have the rest of them with my mom.
No, you're saying we. I'm talking about you.
I mean, she has the ashes. I live with my mom now. She got sick after he passed away, so I'm with her, but she has the ashes in her room.
He said to me that some of those ashes were supposed to go to you, you know.
Oh, I didn't know.
He said to me, well, listen, I don't know what your mother had figured out, but he says to me, Matt, he goes, she's the only one that she doesn't have my ashes. Why doesn't she have my ashes? He's telling me. He's busting you up over that.
I'll take a piece of him with me now.
Because he said to me, he goes, Matt, you know, she's not going to be living there forever. He goes, and the next thing you know, he goes, hey, he says to me, your mother's a little bit crazy, he tells me. He says, and Matt, she's always losing shit. He goes, next thing you know, he goes, I'm afraid I'm going to be thrown out, he tells me.
Oh my God, you're actually speaking to him. My mom has dementia right now. She's going through the beginnings of it and she's 57. She's really young.
Telling you right now, listen to the medium, all right? This is how I have a career. He said to me, take my ashes, because I'm going to tell you right now, I see your mother throwing them out.
Oh God, no, okay.
And he also was telling me when I'm connecting with him, that's crazy. He keeps saying, I never had someone tell me I'm afraid of my wife throwing out my ashes. He also was telling me, he's also telling me, wait till you hear this. He tells me that your mother like tried to switch the pot he was in or the vase he was in.
I don't know if she tried. I have him in a locked in, like it's a locked in thing. Like once he's locked in, we can't take him out. Yeah.
You better make sure, because when I'm connecting with him, he says to me, I'm going to tell you right now, your stepfather's going to end up in the trash. So you better go. I don't care what you do. But he says to me, make sure you, he goes, and your stepfather, he's such a good guy. He goes to me, he goes, Matt, I don't care what my wife does with my ashes. She can throw that her part out. He's like, I just want to make sure there's some left for her. I want to make sure that Sasha has some. So that's all. Doesn't mean you need the whole pot, all right? Even if you have a little bit, I don't care how you do it. It's his way of just validating that he wants that for you, doesn't want you to be upset over that. Because I love that we can see things that happen in the future more so than we can. Well, listen, I really hope that this helped you.
Yeah.
And please know that his soul is with you every day. And he wants to thank you for dropping everything to go in to say goodbye to him. That's so important because you feel like you didn't get to have a final conversation. So I know that when he also tells me, sorry, I didn't mean to cut it short, but he also tells me that when you actually saw your stepdad, that he wasn't able to speak or communicate, and that was really hard for you. But no, it's his way of just acknowledging from the other side, it's okay. He says, I know that she was there. He says, and that's all that she needs to, that's all that she needs to know.
Oh, Matt, thank you so much. If you could just like let him know how much we miss him, how much we love him. I'm so happy that he came through and connected. I really like doubt it all the time, whether he's even there. And I don't want to hold on to him. I want to give him his peace. He deserves it, you know, but yeah, I really do miss him a lot.
Oh,
I do.
So
he was the only person who told me, you got this, baby girl. He would constantly tell me that I was smart enough to do everything. He was my cheerleader, and I don't have that anymore.
Well, you do have that. You just have him in a different way. And you will be able to feel him. It's just tough. The moment that you validate that their spiritual presence is there, you're able to connect and feel them in a whole different way. So I want to leave you with that.